Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is September 11, 2019, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day surrounding traders, at 4:30 South Africa time, out of the United States, crude oil inventories numbers coming out. Now, that is an important number. We'll take a look at the price of crude oil in just a second, but looking at the Forex markets, the euro and the British pound pretty much flat this morning. But if we look at the South African rand, it's been gaining versus the dollar. We're going to take a look at that. We had the Fibonacci retracement set up, but we'll take a look as well. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones closing at 27,000. Just a month ago, we were trading at 23,500-ish level. That's a whopping return. What a comeback. Okay, we're going to take a look at what's been generating it. And looking at the commodities, gold pretty much staying afloat, not really bouncing from any technical view. Well, oil pretty much tapers off. And lastly, what has been carrying the Dow Jones higher? It's been the bank stocks, okay? The JP Morgans, the Bank of Americas, which you're able to trade here at CMtrading. But let's take a look at the markets to see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're looking here at the USD South African Rand, and we have this double top here, okay, with a Fibonacci retracement resistance right there. And we did sell off from 1545 down to 1460, okay, that's over 100 pips. And sure enough, we're right there at previous resistance, possibly subsequent support area. Okay, so I do expect a little bit of some turbulence here, perhaps a little bit of a bounce. But if we don't get that, we may see it get down to the 1400 flat. Okay, something to really consider in the South African Rand, as this has gotten much stronger versus the dollar and quite volatile, to tell you the truth. Now, looking at the USD Japanese yen, the yen getting weaker versus the dollar. So you can see that this is really something that's isolated to the rand, as the rand is getting stronger versus the dollar, while the Japanese yen has gotten weaker versus the dollar. It's trading at 107. We do have resistance at 108.60-ish level. So just be aware that if it does carry it through, then it might taper off there. Now, looking at the commodities, gold just tapering off here, okay? We're looking at a 4-hour chart and bounce off this 1484. That's an arbitrary number, nothing really to, refer back to as a previous support or anything like that. And we're going to be trading, I think, between this 1480-ish level and 1500-ish level for now, until we do have some sort of solidified direction. Now, looking at the price of oil, we're pretty much tapering off here at that resistance, the Fibonacci resistance that you have set up, okay, at 58.60-ish level. Okay, we've set up this Fibonacci retracement once before. I would use this 56.76 as a possible support. So if we do sell off, we could sell off another dollar here to using this as previous support. Okay, subsequent support, previous resistance. As you can see here, we've had multiple times that we've hit this area and not broke above it. Okay, so that means moving forward, that's a potential support level. Okay, so just be aware that as that continues to trade today. Now, looking at that Dow Jones, okay, this is really the point of interest, because this has really been the one that has been trading over the past 3 years and just trading tremendously strongly. Okay, we're at 26,932. Just be aware, okay, this 27,000-ish area is a resistance area. Okay, so if we don't break above it today, that could be a sign that we may, take a turn. Okay, we are going into a Fed fund rate next week, okay, where the Federal Reserve is going to have a rate decision next week. Okay, so we are inching into that territory. Okay, either a territory of possibly expansion in the markets or a retraction in the markets. Now, it's interesting what has been, the shift in what has been carrying the market above, right? In the past, we've had Microsoft and the FANG stocks take us up to 26, 27,000. And now it's the FANG stocks are not trading so strongly, but now the banks are trading strongly. Okay, so if we look at the Bank of America here, boom, it's like a rocket ship, okay, at $29 a share and making that turnaround. Now, it hasn't come up to the area where it was the pre-sell-off area in, let's say, call it end of July. Okay, it hasn't reverted back to that. But if we look at JP Morgan, it's back at that level. Okay, so this pretty much tells me that there's a little bit of relative strength here, and JP Morgan is the one. Now, we are at resistance here. Okay, this is bona fide resistance. So if we don't break out higher, we'll see a sell-off today, and it's arbitrarily coming at the same time, not arbitrarily, but coincidingly, it's coming at the same time as the Dow Jones is hitting 27,000. So that's really my point of contention today, to see if we do get that sell-off today. That's something to really consider. Otherwise, we could go much, much higher. Looking at Google, you can see we're not really at our all-time highs. We're not breaking higher. Microsoft also flat. Okay, so you could see that the shift has really gone from trading the FANG stocks and the technical stocks and the computer stocks, into the old school, some of the banks and some of the traditional businesses in the United States. So, and this is also in anticipation of next week's FOMC meeting. So with that said, a lot of factors going into this. So today is really going to be a very important day to give us some direction in either side, either a correctional direction later today or maybe a breakout. Okay, so this is really a very, very important point. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.